What's up, everybody? Today I got a W212 2013 Mercedes E350 that we're gonna do motor mounts and transmission mount. So let's get started. Alright, so down here we're gonna take off this cover and this one, and we're gonna leave the front one for now, and they're all 8mm. Alright, so we're looking at the driver's side, and looks like we're not gonna have much room. So what we're gonna do is, instead of dropping the subframe, we're gonna take off the exhaust, which is 2 bolts right here, one right there, one more right there. We got a bracket right here, and then we got one clamp right here, and same thing goes for the passenger side. Again, 2 bolts right here, and then 2 more over there. So we're gonna remove the exhaust, and then for the driver's side we're gonna take this steering rod out. We're gonna mark it, take it out, and get the motor mounts out. Alright, first we're gonna put some WD-40 on the exhaust, just to get them nice and lubricated so we don't break a bolt when we take it off. Alright, up next is to remove our remove the plugs for the oxygen sensors. So this is the passenger side. It's sitting on the both sides are sitting on the shoulder of the transmission. The passenger side is a little easier than the driver's side, so that's where they're located. And then for the driver's side, it's pretty much hard to see, but on this side we might have to drop the exhaust a little bit to get to it. So we'll take the bolts off, drop it a little bit, make some more room to get in here. Alright, so all the bolts, they're all 13mm. Alright, so here now we have a little more room to get to the plugs for the oxygen sensor. And it's still a very tight space, so you're gonna have to manage this somehow. One is out. Alright, so first oxygen sensor, the upstream one, is the hardest one to take out. So you gotta get 2 hands in there, press on that thing, and then try to get it out. It's the only way. There is no room. Second one is out too. So we're pretty much ready to take this side out. All we have to do is just remove the clamp in the back and get this side out. Alright, so now we got the driver's side unplugged. We're gonna do the same thing on the passenger side, and this side is a little more easier, so you have more room. So we'll get that done and then get the exhaust out. That's number 2. All right, we're all set. All right, first thing first, we're gonna put one of the bracket bolts back on the driver's side, so when we take the catalytics out, it doesn't fall on us. They're E12s, 2 of them right here, and then these are T50s. So there's 2 of them, one right here, one more right here. But on this one over here, if you can see, they left a hole right here, so you'll see it through it. So we might be able to take this out from here, and there it goes for the same side. Yeah, you can see it. We might be able to take it out from here where we don't have to take these covers off. Same thing on this side. 13 millimeters right here, 13 millimeters over there. So from here on, we got plenty of space. That's the passenger side, and this is the driver's side. So we'll start with the driver's side first. Alright, so the bolts for the motor mounts are from underneath. One right here, one more right here. They go through the subframe. I'm gonna disconnect both sides because we're gonna raise the engine up. We don't want we don't want to stretch it, even though we're going to change it, but still we want to take out both sides. Alright, for the steering rod, we're going to mark it up here, and we're going to take out from up here, because I'd rather have this laying down this way than this side out and wobbling around like that. So this is another E12. Alright, next we got the shield, and they're held down by 2 E4 bolts. So I got a small ratchet with the E4 on it. That's what we're going to take it off with. Alright, so that's out too. So from here on, we have one 16 millimeter that's on top of the motor mount. So I have this tool I got It's a 16mm and a long crowbar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this back on. Make sure it's on right. Hold it in place, and with the crowbar I'm gonna go in and break it loose. Alright. Alright, I think. Alright, we're loose. And from there on, if you have a small ratcheting wrench, you can just ratchet it out quickly. Right. That's out too. We're gonna just raise the engine out and try to get it out. Alright, so we got one out. Let's get the new one, put it back on. Alright, so we got our new one. We'll put this on, secure it with one bolt, and we're gonna leave the 2 bolts out so we can do the other side, and then we'll put the bolts back together. So this one has that little notch right there that's supposed to go in between those 2 slots that are on the motor mount bracket. So make sure that goes in right. Alright, so our bolts are lined up. We're all set. We're gonna make sure the top one is lined up too, and we're just gonna put it on with few threads. Alright, so this side is almost there. The bolts are lined up. They're not on yet. The top bolt is on, but we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna finish that side, and then we'll torque everything back. Alright, so same thing on the passenger side. Alright, let's get to that number 16 on top. are lined up. Alright, so both our motor mounts are secured from the top with the 16mm bolts. Now we're just gonna put the bottom two 13mm back on to secure it, and then we'll tighten the 16mm on top and then put the shields back on. Alright, we're all set on the passenger side. Everything is tightened down. Heat shield is on. So we're all set here. We're gonna move to the driver's side. Whoops. Alright, we're all done with the motor mounts. We're gonna move on to the transmission mount. Alright, for the transmission mount, we're gonna set our cradle just to hold the transmission in place. We got 16mm, 3 right here, 3 right here. We got two 16mm up top and three 13mm down here. Got the new one right here. Alright, we're all done with the transmission mount. We'll put the exhaust back on. Alright, so we're all done here. If you found this helpful, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.